For day 21 of our 15 minutes to quilt challenge, we're going to be working on this box. It's got all sorts of fancy things. There's velvet, yellow things with glittery type stuff on it. There's some black lace. African crazy. Let's get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up this treasure box. Okay, it looks like there are some blocks in here. Let's look at the blocks. This one is pieced to a foundation. There's some fabric that has been pieced in a crazy quilt style. There's some black fabric and there's lots of cotton fabric. This one kind of looks like a sunset or sunrise. There's a bit of lace. There's a couple of pieces of shiny fabric. There's a Adinkra fabric here. There's another Adinkra fabric. So all sorts of fancy things. This one looks like a maybe silk or something like that. This one is velvety. It's got a little sequins on it. All sorts of exciting things on this block. Let's pull the next one out. This one likewise has the it has the same velvety fabric. It's really fun to touch. There's shiny fabric. There's some black fabric, mostly oranges, 3 blacks. Looks like this is the edge lines of where the crazy quilting would happen. And there's an applique piece that hasn't been appliqued on. Maybe we can do applique today. We'll save that one for later. Or this one we could also applique this one as well. This one looks like another piece that's ready to be appliqued. It has all sorts of fun things on here. Looks like there was some purple thread, but I don't think there's enough for this applique. There's one that just needs a few more pieces added on for the foundation before the embellishment can happen. This one looks like it's got a nice central motif from an Ankara print, from an African print. There's some shiny fabrics on both sides. All of these are pretty shiny. This one's kind of silky. Nice collection of fabrics. And this one looks like it's the most complete. And you can see on here, there's the sun, there's a leaf, there's some nice prints over here, there's beadwork on this side, there's extra beads on here, triangles, beads on a lace. It looks like a river with fish on it. I guess I'll turn it this way. There's beads with, it looks like a river or a stream with fish in it. There's some huts and a tree. Looks like a great place for our king to live, our African prince to live. So I think from my recollection there were supposed to be 9 of these blocks and there's only 6 that have been made so far. But instead of piecing, I think maybe we can just continue on with adding some of these embellishments to this quilt. Maybe we can add the butterfly in this orange design and maybe the green, whatever I'm in the mood for, I guess. Let me show you the extra things that are in here just so you'll know. There's this ribbon. It's a shiny fabric, which I don't think is in the quilt yet. There's some black lace. This orange has little beads on it. Maybe we could add some people to the quilt because our prince was going to need somebody to roll over. Maybe he needs a wife. There's some yellow lace. There's some cheesecloth. I don't think I put cheesecloth on this one, but I don't know. Oh, there's animal beads. Oh, those look like fun things to add. Maybe we'll save those for today. I don't think we'll be able to do all of this in 15 minutes, but it's nice to dream. There's some green. That would be a nice thing to add. Or maybe there's already some green in here. I think there's a little bit of green in here already. There's some Japanese fabric we could add if we were wanting to. It is a nice, it's the right colorway. That'd be an interesting addition. And there's some other fabrics that are already in the quilt, so it'll be good to keep continuity for the other blocks. Oh, there's another bead. What else is in here? There's some purple fabric. There's a pattern for a camel. It's a little hop, but it looks pretty nice. I don't see any foundation papers for the remaining blocks, so there's only 6 blocks and we need 9. But since we don't have the foundation fabric, maybe we can just go on to add the embellishments that are already been planned for this quilt. Okay, so these blocks don't have embellishments planned, so we'll just go ahead and leave these alone, and we'll see how many of these we can work on in 15 minutes. Okay, I have some purple floss handy, and even though there's no purple on this block, there is purple in this one, so I think that'll be fine. And I think I'll just sew around this thing to make this applique stay. I think this is just basting stitches around here to keep the edges under. Do some sort of blanket stitch so that I don't have to worry about neat stitching. I'm going through lots of layers because I have the foundation and this piece, whatever is underneath here, I don't know. But it's pretty easy to go through. It's not a problem at all. Of course, I say that right as I get a problem with the thread here. I keep this close to the end, but not too close. I'll keep the floss length smaller. This was already cut this size. It was just on the table. It was on the blocks of floss. So I'm just using it the size it was. I didn't cut it for this project. I really like the idea of crazy quilting because it lets you work on, it lets you add all sorts of different kinds of motifs, and there's a casualness to it. I know you can be more precise with crazy quilts, but I think you can also choose whether or not you want to have very precise stitching on the crazy quilting, or whether you want to just have a more casual improv look to your quilt. As you know, I like the more laid-back, relaxed approach to enjoy it and not be stressed out about all the details, because you can see the hand of the maker in it. But they are obviously ruled times for precision, and you have seen already that there are some quilts where I try to have all the points match and try to do my best in getting everything looking as good as possible. This one I do want to make it as good as possible, but my definition of good does not mean that the stitches have to be all of the same length. This, to me, as long as this applique will stay under different conditions, even if the quilt is tossed around, and as long as it lasts over time, I think I'll be happy. Okay, I'm not going all the way through to the bottom, which doesn't matter whether or not I do, because it'll be covered eventually. There's another knot or something in here. This is just curly a little bit, so maybe that's what's causing the knotting. This is a knit part of a shirt that I had when I was starting to make this quilt, or at least one time when I was working on it last. I had a very calm quilt that I was working on like a pastel lavender color, and it was winter time, and so this bright orange shiny fabric is a big change from that, and it's a nice refreshing change. I've seen another crazy quilt that was orange, that made me really want something like this. For wearing something with buttons. Maybe a button in it. to make sure that you can see what's happening in the camera. Hopefully so far you have been able to. I really enjoyed all the excitement over this 15 minutes to quilt challenge. I'm glad that it's helping you as much as it helps me in making sure that I have some time to do some quilting and making progress on my work. A lot of people are getting their Christmas presents ready. Looks like my size of the stitching has changed. And I'm doing the same stitch over here. It's a little bit bigger, and over here it just got smaller as I went along. This is more on the edge, and not exactly at the quarter inch, which is fine, I think. I'm fine with it. You can still see the purple all the way around. It's been a lot of fun to see all of the Vlogmas videos that a lot of other quilters have on their channels. See them opening their gifts and coming up with ideas of having a video every single day. It's a lot of work to do that, but it's a lot of fun too, to be able to read them, to watch them. was thinking about doing a running stitch down this way, but I think since I have the purple thread, I can use it to, since I have enough extra, I can use that to put the butterfly on. Don't have my scissors right here, but the same seam ripper will work. Okay. One down, little progress. Not bad. In our 15 minutes to stitch, I was able to add all of this applique all the way around. This video is one of a series of videos where I show you each of the projects that I've been working on over the years and uncovering them and making 15 minutes worth of progress on each of them. I hope you're enjoying looking at my old projects and enjoying the process and learning a few things along the way. I'm really enjoying reading the comments and seeing all the projects that you've been working on and how this challenge is inspiring you to keep working on your projects. I hope you did get a chance to sew today, and if you did, just let me know in the comments what you worked on and how much you got done in your 15 minutes. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so you don't miss any of the other videos. And if you missed yesterday's video, there's a link on the screen where you can see it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of your support, and we'll see you again tomorrow.